Before she redefined sitcom stardom as Rachel Green on Friends, Jennifer Aniston's first steps into Hollywood weren't on a soundstage. They were in a North Dakota farmhouse being terrorized by a rhyming, murderous leprechaun. In 1993's Leprechaun, Aniston made her film debut in one of the most bizarre cult horror comedies ever committed to screen. While the movie's plot is almost gleefully nonsensical, its low-budget absurdity and surreal tone have helped cement its place in horror history, not as a classic, but as a campy, chaotic gem. Aniston plays Tori Redding, a spoiled Los Angeles teen reluctantly accompanying her father on a rural property visit. Her concerns over designer water quickly fade when a gold-hungry leprechaun, played by Willow and Star Wars star Warwick Davis, is unleashed from a crate and begins a bloody treasure hunt. With cartoonish violence, loony kills, including death by pogo stick and tonal whiplash, Leprechaun somehow leans into its own ridiculousness hard enough to become entertaining. What makes Aniston's performance so noteworthy is her sincere commitment to the madness. While the script spirals into absurd territory, she grounds her character with charisma and early flashes of the comic timing that would make her a household name just a year later. There's something oddly charming about seeing a future star give it her all amid rubber prosthetics, rhyming threats, and exploding eyeballs. Unlike many early horror performances by actors who would later become A-listers, Aniston doesn't phone it in. Her delivery is sharp, her presence magnetic, and her character is surprisingly likable, despite the chaotic world she's dropped into. Even the goofiest moments showcase her natural charm, which would soon blossom into full stardom with Friends. The tonal shift from Leprechaun to Friends couldn't be more jarring. One moment she's screaming in terror as a homicidal goblin rips through small-town America, and the next, she's sipping coffee and tossing out sarcastic quips at Central Perk. Yet, the leap makes her rise all the more impressive. Her transition from B-movie scream queen to comedic icon wasn't luck. It was raw talent and a willingness to take risks. Like many cult horror films, Leprechaun thrives not in spite of its flaws, but because of them. Its legacy includes sequels set in Las Vegas, outer space, and even the inner city, each more ludicrous than the last. Warwick Davis's unhinged portrayal, half menace, half slapstick, is the franchise's soul. His twisted limericks, bloody antics, and maniacal grins are unforgettable, even if the films themselves often aren't. Aniston has never tried to hide her horror roots, though she rarely discusses them in depth. Still, Leprechaun remains a curious, charming relic, a cinematic outlier that happens to star one of the most beloved actresses of her generation. It may not have launched her career in the traditional sense, but it certainly gave fans a fascinating, before they were famous moment. In retrospect, Leprechaun is a reminder of Hollywood's unpredictability. The weirdest roles can lead to the biggest breaks. And sometimes, the road to becoming an icon begins with battling a psychotic, rhyming fairy creature in green tights. So next time you rewatch Friends and marvel at Aniston's effortless charm, remember, before the chic haircuts and romantic entanglements, she was dodging pogo stick attacks in one of horror's most ridiculous franchises. And somehow, that makes her story even better.